All right. I don't know why I didn't talk about this earlier, but Just Stop Oil. If you don't know what Just Stop Oil is, just stop this video and go look them up on YouTube, and hilarity ensues. Trust me, you'll laugh your ass off. So apparently it's only happening in the UK so far, and we'll get about, it happening in America in a minute. But Just Stop Oil is against the use of fossil fuels or oil, or they don't like, what kind of oil? Are we talking like Western oil, like cooking oil? Just car oil? Does lube count? Anal oil? What if you really have to fist someone? I mean, come on, what are you people talking about? But what they're making news for in the United Kingdom is blatantly annoying people, which, listen, if that solved anything, I could bring about world peace. I am annoying as fuck. It's never gotten me anywhere. I don't know. Okay, so what they're doing is they're non-violent, and fucking right away, I'm like, I could just smell the patchouli oil and hear the Grateful Dead in the background with the fucking hippies. Okay, it's not 1969. Stop it, all right? You're not fighting for anything major. You're an idiot. So what they're doing is they're blocking cars. They're going to places like garden shows and just going into like actual exhibits and standing there holding signs that say "Just Stop Oil." They don't even have a chant. Don't you have a fucking chant? If you're gonna be a protest, hey, ho ho, oil must go. They stand there like, because they're all weak because they don't eat meat or something like that. So they're all, we're dying, please help me. I can barely hold a sign. That's why they need like 10 of them to hold that one long banner, Just Stop Oil, because they're just physically, they have no fucking bones anymore. They have no meat on them anymore. They're just all kind of, and they're like 19. So what they're doing is their favorite thing to do so far from what I've seen is block highways and block major intersections and not let these people move behind them, people who are in cars, and just kind of slowly walk, and drivers are losing their mind and getting out and assaulting them. And this goes back to the whole argument, violence is never right, but are they kind of sort of right for kicking their little asses out of the fucking way? And I've seen videos where it's been somebody will get out of a car and physically move them. They don't fight back. I mean, so it's kind of fun, actually. Like, I'd love to be in England right now just so I could go fuck with them. I mean, if they're not going to fight back, that'd be awesome. You mean I could just put them places? I saw a guy get out, they're just sitting in the road, shit like that. He literally just picked their ass up and put them somewhere else. I would fucking put them in a garbage can. I would carry them to the nearest dumpster. Be like, I would get oil. I would get oil. Like, I would dump it on each one of their fucking stupid heads. And then I would, let's tar and feather them. Let's do something with them. Let's strap them to the hood of a car like a fucking Christmas tree. Just drive them around for a while they're screaming. But, so, here's my thoughts on the retaliation against them. And then, don't worry, I'm going to go off on them in a second, and I'll tell you why. But, I have mixed feelings. First of all, it's funny. Look, I'm sorry, but if you are holding up traffic and driving people fucking insane in a stressful world already, what good do you think you're doing? What are you bringing to your cause? What attention? Okay, I get it. It's media attention. Yeah, media say, look at these fucking assholes. But I couldn't even tell you all about the tornado coming today because Jill and fucking Peyton over here were marching in the damn street, wouldn't let me pass. I was gonna run them over, but I already killed about 5 hookers last night at that cocaine party with the other news anchors, and I don't want to get caught. But okay, I understand that they have a message. Okay, no, I'm trying to be diplomatic here. I don't understand their message. I don't get what their message is, and you're making me not care by acting the ass. Why would I ever give a fuck about anything? That's like little Thunberg bitch, and she's 21 years old, so I could talk shit about her now even more. Sitting there like, we have a problem. We need to sail everywhere. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. What are you telling me? What have you done that's changed anything? Nothing. You just go around being annoying. You won't say, if you took cameras away, would these people still be doing anything? I don't think so. So, how I feel about the retribution against them is I'm really mixed about it, because there was one clip I saw where I kind of went, where a guy got out and was putting like oil in their face, like a spray paint. I'm sorry, he was like spray painting them each in their face and shit like that. I think, okay, that's a little shitty. That's far. That just shows there's dickheads on both sides, all right? I'm going to say that right now. But the one that kind of did break my heart, and it was that one too, there's an old man who's in the group, and personally, old guy, I think these young kids are using you so people will, like dumbasses like me would feel bad and not do anything to you because you're an old guy and we feel sorry. There was an old guy walking, he must be like 80, and he's walking with them. He wants to be a part of something, and people were throwing water, buckets of water, and on him and shit like that. And this poor guy kept walking, and it just broke my heart for him. Not the rest of them. Fuck them. They could let the young ones on fire and let them, run around like human Roman candles. I'd laugh my dick off. But I just felt bad for the old guy. So I would say, just my humble advice, not that anybody in the UK is listening to me about this shit, but if somebody as old is in there, or somebody pregnant or something like that, don't do stupid shit to them. Find another way to go around. I know it sucks. I know they're annoying. I got it. Now, I've heard a bunch of people going, it never happened in America because they get shot. We'd fuck them up. We're not pussies. It would never happen in America. Really? I'd like to tell you why you're wrong. It's called 2 words. Critical mass. If you don't know who critical mass is, first of all, you're a wonderful person. Thank you, because I hate drawing any attention to it. Fucking hippie, entitled asshole organization. What they are is a bunch of assholes who like to drive around and who, without a permit, will commence a large gathering, could be 50, could be 100 people on bikes, and just fuck up traffic. And their purpose is to bring bike awareness. That you should drive bikes. Cars can be bad for the environment. Which I'd be willing to listen to your argument if you were acting like a fucking dick. And they're just so horrible. They're just such the biggest assholes I've ever seen. They kick cars and shit like that. They're rougher than the Just Stop Oil people. They're a little more, they still get their ass beat and all that, and God bless them for getting their ass beat. But here's my problem with people like Just Stop Oil and Critical Mass who did the same thing, because my mom had an experience with them. My mom was in a wheelchair at the time. Okay, where were her fucking rights? She was driving a van that was made so she could push one side of the pedal because she'd had a stroke at like 46 after all the drunk driver and fucking hit her and shit like that. All this shit that had happened to her. She was visiting my father in the hospital after he had major heart surgery. Critical Mass decides to get together near a hospital and start gathering around and blocking traffic. My mom sat and cried in her van. She sat and cried. An older woman sat there who's handicapped, paralyzed on one side of her fucking body, sits there and cries. Finally, one of them who had some common sense pulled over and they made way for her. But you never know who the fuck you're blocking. Fuck you. That's why I don't appreciate Just Stop Oil and all these others. There was a woman trying to get her kid, it's a clip of it on YouTube, in London, to a hospital. And these dumb shits are blocking her. You don't know what's going on in someone's life. You don't know if someone's trying to get, to someone who is dying. I remember rushing in traffic to get to when my father was dying. I remember rushing, people flicking me off and all that. And I understand how it looks from the outside, but you never know what someone is going through. And for you to impede somebody just for your stupid little fucking, I want to say worse, just for your little pussy cause that, let's face it, they're not serious about their cause. Because if there were, there's other ways to get at people. It's called YouTube. It's called media. There's other ways you can get at people, and you want to bring people to the table, but all you're doing is alienating them. That's all you're fucking doing. If that's your genius idea, then yeah, fuck you. I hope a Mack truck runs all of you over. I swear to God, I would do what somebody gather a bunch of manure and just dump it on all their heads, except the old guy. Let him go. He's confused enough as it is. But so yeah, it can happen in America, and it does with that stupid ass organization who I can't stand, Critical Mass. So I'm not going to be surprised if we pretty much start seeing Just Stop Oil happening around here, and people are going to lose their minds, get out and beat their ass. And I'm sorry, you fucking deserve it. Unless you're older or pregnant, like I said before. What do you expect to happen? I just don't get what the goal is of these assholes. You know what I mean? I don't get, you're not going to get anywhere this way. You are more likely to get me by saying, here's why I think this is bad. Let me show you some data and all that. You make an intelligent argument, something towards me, I'm going to listen. I'm not saying I'm going to agree with you and do it right away, but I'm going to listen. If you just block me in traffic, you have didn't have a fucking pamphlet or anything like that. Then they got all mad because some YouTuber pranked them because they actually had the balls to have a banquet. A banquet for what? What? Well, you could tell it was their banquet because they had dirt and fucking grass to eat. So shit like that. But some YouTuber put a bunch of alarms. It was in a cathedral they had it. And put a bunch of alarms in balloons, and the balloons floated all the way up there, and they couldn't get it. And so it was just, you couldn't hear a word they were saying and shit like that. It was just awesome. But yeah, fuck Just Stop Oil. You're just a bunch of annoying pricks. You don't really want to solve anything. It's like the people who are trying to draw attention to climate change by smearing, antique paintings and shit like that. Let's go shit on the Mona Lisa, because that'll make everybody, want to use electric cars. This is the type of thinking we're dealing with now. Fuck them.